If you're anything like me, then you hear things like romanticize your life, romanticize your routine. You're automatically questioning, doubting, side-eyeing, and kind of just in general being like, really? Is that necessary? Do we need to do that? I don't have time to do that. I totally get it. I can be a little bit of a cynic myself, like why even bother doing that kind of stuff? However, for the sake of science, I decided that I would give it a chance, and I have to tell you, I am a convert, and maybe you will become a convert as well by the end of this video. I hope so. Give me a chance. Let me attempt to convince you why you should be romanticizing your life and how to do it. Take what will work for you, try it. If it doesn't work for you, if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But I'd also encourage you not to automatically just dismiss something off the bat. I would encourage you to try it, actually like do it, try it, implement it before you decide that there's no way it could be right for you or that you would actually enjoy it, because a few of these ideas I really did not think would be something that would actually stick for me in my life and in my routine, and it surprisingly has. Take more photos, and I'm not talking about photos that we're taking to post on social media, perfectly curated, edited photos, just in general of everything going on in your life. But there's some of my favorites. The way that social media has changed how we use our phones and taking photos on our phones and all of that. I just feel like we have to get back to capturing what in the moment might feel simple and mundane and like, why am I even bothering taking a picture of this? But you later will be so grateful, especially when it comes to our kids and our families, our pets, the things, people that we are interacting with every day. The time flies and you will love having these photos to look back on. So take more pictures. Ask your spouse to take more pictures of you. They never have to see the light of day beyond your home, so you don't have to look perfect. You don't have to have the perfect angle. Just take the photos. Take your time when you're doing things. We live in a society that is rush, 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 go, go, go. How much can we get done in a day? Productivity, productivity, hustle, hustle, grind, grind. And while I honestly believe there is a time and a place for that mentality in building things and creating things and generating new ideas and stuff, there's absolutely a time and a place for that mentality. But I do not believe truly that as human beings we are meant to and can actually exist in that much pressure before we explode. Taking the time to slow down when we're doing things, to be intentional about doing things, and to ask ourselves, if we don't have the time to slow down in doing our regular tasks and our routines, then we probably have packed way too much into our life and into our day if we can't even afford the time to slow it down. So that's where we start editing, right? That's where we start looking at like, what can I take off my plate? What can I say no to? So that I can be intentional and thoughtful in the things that I am actually doing. One of the biggest things that I have done when we talk about like slowing down, paying attention, is to start noticing. Ask yourself, are you noticing the things around you? Are you noticing the simple, small, little things? Again, we get so hurried that we forget to notice. We forget to see what's right in front of us, the things that we once wished for, dreamed for, hoped for, that are actually here in our lives every day. And now we're just taking them for granted. Or just the simple things around you outside in nature, in your everyday, in your home, in your environment. We can get like nose down into our phone and just, again, like that kind of grind hustle where we stop noticing the beauty around us and the things around us that, like I said, we once really wished for, and now they're here, and we in many ways start taking them for granted instead of noticing them. So taking the photos can also help with noticing. If you feel like you've gotten to that place where you're not seeing like, what's right in front of your face every day, start taking pictures of these simple, mundane things so that you can encourage that in your brain to start noticing, to start paying attention beyond what's racing through your brain or what's, flashing back at your face from your phone. So I want to kind of share like routine-wise some of the things that I've added in. So we'll start with like nighttime, bedtime, and then I'll carry us into like the next morning and into a day. I feel like that makes sense. So at nighttime, one of the things that I really love is giving myself the gift of really nice, comfortable, luxurious feeling PJs. That doesn't mean that they have to be expensive. I've shared my favorite Tiger PJs before that are super affordable, under $20. I do have some more luxurious finds that I love, like lake pajamas. So there are lots of different options at all different price points, but it's just about, instead of going to bed in, a ratty old t-shirt and some boxer shorts or something like that, giving yourself the opportunity, the chance to really indulge in something nice and lovely that makes you feel good and makes you feel like you are almost spoiling yourself. It doesn't have to be fancy or expensive, but it just feels that way to you. And of course, depending on where you're at in your life and what you've got going on as far as kids go, my youngest is 5 now, so bedtime is much more simple, and I can actually take some time to have a little bit more of a luxurious nighttime routine, time to do things that I feel like doing, I want to do, whether it's painting my own nails, plucking my eyebrows, whatever it is. There are lots of different things that I like to incorporate and take my time to, kind of almost like ritualize, like washing my face and, putting in my dry shampoo and instead of just mindlessly scrolling or watching TV or something else, I'm giving myself a little bit of a pamper nighttime routine, which I love. One of the things that I've been incorporating is I usually like to alternate different devices or things that I'm trying for skincare. I have been trying this device that's pretty darn amazing. I've never seen anything like it outside of an esthetician's office. I have an esthetician that I see and I love, but I love being able to do these treatments at home. The Illumina LED face mask is amazing because it does so many different things wrapped up into one device. The Illumina LED face mask is one of the most powerful LED face masks of its kind on the market. It actually has more LEDs, more power, even like covers your face more than other masks. It's not overwhelming or time consuming. It's 10-minute treatments that you do 3 to 5 times a week. So it's not going to be like some big sacrifice of your time to use this. If I want to spend 10 minutes in this mask while I'm checking emails or while I'm watching a TV show, I've tried other masks and this one is not clunky. It's not uncomfortable. It actually has the adjustable straps so that you can make it fit you securely. There's no gaps in it, so you're actually really getting the full treatment. And it also has that enhanced eye protection so that you can't actually have your eyes open and be doing other things and looking at other things while you're wearing the mask. And you don't have to sit there plugged into something. It actually has the portable battery pack so that it's totally hands-free and you can be up and moving around even if you want to. And part of the reason that it's so much better than the other masks on the market, in my opinion, is because it's the only one that actually combines the red, the blue, the infrared light at the same time. There are a few different combinations and ways that you can wear this mask depending on what you're wanting to achieve. But if you use mode 1, that's the red and the infrared light, that's going to help with anti-aging and improving blood flow. Mode 2 is the red, infrared, and blue light. That's going to be for anti-aging, anti-acne, or blemishes. And then there is mode 3, which is just the blue light. So that's going to fight acne-causing bacteria and it's anti-inflammation. So there's different options, different modes that you can use this in, totally depending on like what results you want to see, what you want to achieve with your skincare. And of course, because I never share amazing products like this with you without also sharing a discount, I do have a discount code. I've got it here on the screen, and then you can also check down below in the description box for the link and the discount code down there. I've been using it for a little over a month now, and I feel like I'm already noticing a difference, and most people are going to see results in like 6 to 12 weeks. I feel like you always notice things first, but it uses clinically proven technology. I actually have a few other products from iRestore that I've been trying. I'm excited to share with y'all about those in the future. I just wanted to focus on the mask today because I think that's like the easiest thing to start implementing into your routine and pack such a big punch for such a little time commitment, 3 to 5 days a week, 10 minutes, and you can really start seeing results in about 6 weeks. So I feel like that's a great place to start, but iRestore does have a number of other amazing products, a couple of which my husband is also using with me as well. So I'll talk a little bit more about those in the future. Definitely use my code and check out the link in the description box if you want to give the Illumina LED face mask a try. I like to do little things that might seem unnecessary, but a nice pillow mist. They're not expensive. I have a few different pillow mists that I keep in my nightstand. And it's nice to like turn back your covers, give your pillows a little mist, a fluff, and you get into bed and it just like smells fresh, feels like you're going to sleep in like a nice hotel, lovely bed. I also am a big believer in bedding that you love. I absolutely think that sheets and bedding is a worthy investment, though you don't have to invest a ton of money. We had a very expensive bed set that we still alternate, but I found less expensive sort of lookalikes on Amazon. So I will also link to those down below in the description box because the cotton sheets are just, they feel like luxurious hotel sheets. I'm pretty sure they're one of the like top sellers on Amazon all the time, all year round, because people just love these sheets. And I gotta say, I totally get why. I'm telling you, a little pillow mist and some nice sheets when you crawl into bed, especially crisp and clean ones. Ooh, I just love it so much. Then when I wake up in the morning, one of the things that I love to do is, of course, make my coffee, but I like to, instead of opening up my phone and immediately checking emails and scrolling social media and getting into like doom scrolling territory, the news, all of these things, I have started listening to like Parisian cafe music, or sometimes even, I try to not do spa music in the morning because spa music is like makes me want to go back to sleep. But I love a instrumental playlist or, like I said, Parisian cafe music. I will link some of my Spotify playlists for you down below in the description box if you're interested. I also am from the generation that grew up loving Nora Jones, so sometimes I will turn on a Nora Jones playlist. There's a couple that are like very nostalgic for me that if you're younger, you will probably not know who I'm talking about, but if you're my age or older, you might appreciate a little Enya, a little Nora Jones. Can I get a thumbs up? Playlists, not just for like morning coffee time. I make seasonal playlists. I make mood playlists. When I want to relax, I have a playlist. When I'm feeling like I just need to get out a little bit of like frustration, I have a playlist that I listen to depending on the season and my mood. Music is so good for that. So if you like music too, I highly recommend. Like I said, I will link to some of my playlists down below. The other thing I would highly recommend if you're not already doing this is to set your alarm and give yourself time in the mornings. If you are not a morning person, it doesn't take that long to make some changes just to give yourself another 30 minutes. The first few days of waking up will be hard, but Mr. Dr. Huberman, we all love him, right? He actually talks about how it's not actually that difficult to kind of reset your body's alarm. And if you start doing this, it doesn't take but a few days before your body should start naturally waking you up right at or a couple minutes before your alarm goes off. So giving yourself some time in the morning so that you're not rushed. I just can't do a rushed morning. It sets the wrong tone for the day. So if there's any way possible that you can give yourself just an extra 30 minutes if you need it, if you're like, I'm not a morning person, I can only wake up 30 minutes earlier, that's fine. It's enough time to slow things down a bit and give yourself a little bit more time for the like romantic version of your morning instead of the frantic. Oh, I just coined that phrase right now. I didn't coin a phrase, but you know what I mean. We want the romantic, not the frantic. So we have to give ourselves a little bit of time and space for that. Or it's not going to be easy to squeeze that in to our already frantic and frazzled morning. And secondary to that is that as much as this might annoy you, getting up consistently at the same time every day is going to make that whole thing so much easier. It's nice to think about sleeping in, but the truth is that it's actually much easier for us overall to set a consistent time that you're getting up. And even if you don't have to get up and use that time to actually have a slow-paced morning, a slow-paced routine. That's also going to require you to go to bed at a decent time and to make that a regular part of your routine as well. But I feel like many of us, the older we get, the earlier and earlier that bedtime starts to roll back. Another like easy and basically free thing that I've done is to start using my stuff, okay? Long gone are the days of like, I'm putting this up for a special occasion, a nice occasion. This is my fancy dinnerware, or this is my fancy whatever. No, I just use it. There's no point in having things that we're not going to use. So if I'm gonna lock something away and say it's too special to be used ever, or barely ever, then I just don't want it taking up space in my house. And at the end of the day, if every day it doesn't feel a little bit like it's worthy of the nicer things, like why not? Why not? We're not promised tomorrow, right? So I've gotten much more like loose about like, these are just things, and what's the point in maintaining them and owning them if I'm not going to use them? So to me, every day should be worthy of my nice things. So when I feel like it, the other thing is that I will just dress up, right? For no reason. It doesn't matter if like, well, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't care. I feel good. I want to wear this outfit. I want to wear this necklace. I want to wear these earrings. I want to do my hair. I am trying not to hold back the things that are like little luxuries, the things that I really like and enjoy. Like I bought them because I liked them, I wanted to wear them, I wanted to use them, and now I've like put them up like they're too fragile to ever be touched or used. And I don't want to go through life like that. I've said for a long time that I feel like, especially with kids and stuff, I try not to have a lot of things around my house that I would be absolutely utterly heartbroken if they got broken because I have a lot of kids, or if I do have those things, I'll put them up until my little kids are older. Again, now that my youngest is 5, a lot of that stuff has made its way back out because I'm less worried about, accidental toddler knocking over of things. So it's nice to have these things that you value and enjoy for whatever reason, whether they're heirlooms, they've been passed down, you found them at a cool vintage shop, or it was something you really saved for and scrimped for and wanted. Like, I don't want to have that hidden away. I want to enjoy those things. I want to wear them, I want to use them, and I'd encourage you to do the same. When I am out and about, I do my very best to be nicer than is called for. Maybe even nicer than the person I'm interacting with deserves, right? Like maybe sometimes you're, interacting with somebody at a store and they're grumpy, they're grouchy. I try my darndest. I'm not perfect at this, but I try my darndest to be nice and friendly to people no matter what, to smile at people, to compliment people. Sometimes, especially if you're more introverted, it can be hard to just say to someone that you see in a store like, oh, I like your shoes. But I really try, force myself to say the thing that I'm thinking that's kind, caveat, that's kind, to people, because you can really, really make someone's day and turn their whole day around with just a couple of kind words. So I really try to smile at people, be friendly. It makes you feel good. I mean, it really is, like, in many ways completely selfish, because it just makes you feel good to be kind and giving to people. But it's a benefit to both, right? So it's not 100% selfish. Another thing I've done is to incorporate things into my home, allow myself to have things in my home that just make me smile. Things that I like, even if they don't fit a decor trend or whatever it is, like things that I enjoy that just make me smile. You guys know I love my weirdo things, and my house is kind of full of them. Some of them are like what I would call hidden gems. They don't jump out at you, but if you're actually looking around the room at some point, you might stop and notice them and be like, hey, wait a second, what is that? Funny pictures I have in my bathroom, my little light switch plate covers, just funny things or things that make me smile, things that I enjoy, things that make me happy. I would highly encourage you to add those things, if you haven't already, into your home as you find them, as you pull them out of boxes, as you see them out and about. Don't be afraid to add those things, even if others might not understand why you have that or like it. Doesn't matter, as long as you like it and it makes you smile. You know when you go to a restaurant and you get a drink and there's just an added garnish or a little something special to that food that you're eating or that drink that you're drinking? I feel why do we not do that more at home? Taking the extra second to add a slice of lime to a drink, or a sprig of peppermint or something like that, extra little bit of parsley, just to make our food look more appealing, more appetizing. It's the little things. And sure, sometimes we're just too busy, we've got too much going on. I'm not saying that you have to do these things all the time or that I do these things all the time, but sometimes I'm you know what, I'm going to take the extra couple of seconds to get out my fancy teacup or add some garnish to this thing. And I love to do these little things for my kids too, to take the time to make what is otherwise a very routine, mundane thing with an extra added element of special. Use a bath bomb. You want a bath bomb in your bathtub? Let's use a bath bomb. That kind of thing. It doesn't have to be reserved for every day is special, right? This doesn't have to be reserved for a holiday or your birthday. Sometimes I'll just make a cake because I want cake. Sometimes I just make cookies and decorate them because I want cookies and I want to decorate them. Not everything has to have what others might consider justifiable reason. If you want it, if it brings you joy and it's something that's going to make you smile and make your day a little bit better, your kids' day a little bit better, do it, add it. Why not? This is something I've been doing kind of inadvertently over the years, but I saw somebody else talk about it and I'm oh yeah, that's something I totally do. So I wanted to include it in the list too. Finding your signature things. For example, a lot of people will have a signature scent, a signature lip color, a signature nail color. It's just the thing that they really love. Doesn't mean you can't ever wear something different, but it's sometimes really nice to just have that thing that you feel it's you. Often it also helps you to avoid buying things unnecessarily because you're just nope, this is my scent. This is the scent that I wear. I wear it all the time. I love to change perfume, so it would be a little bit difficult, but I do feel I have a signature scent. I have a scent that if I had to get rid of all others, this is the one perfume that I would keep and just wear year round. Kind of same thing, like I feel like I really love red lipstick. I love an orangey red lipstick. I wear other things. I wear more natural things, more berry things, but if I had to get rid of them all, I would come back to this one red orange lipstick. I love the idea of like having signature things that you feel like are just you. And it's not something that you have to like tell people or point it out. It's not about other people. It's about you. A lot of people have like signature coffee drinks and stuff. I have a signature pen. I love like notebooks and pens and things. I have one particular kind of pen that I just love. I have a couple different colors in it. It's my signature pen. It's the pen that I always use and love. So again, this idea of like romanticizing things on some level is completely unnecessary in life. I'm not making a case for the necessity of any of this, but I am making a case for the fact that it robs you of nothing. It gives you joy. If it brings you joy, if it adds a happiness to your day, it's worthwhile. Everything does not have to be about efficiency. Some things can be wonderful and good things to add and worthy of our time because we love them and we enjoy them and they bring us that happiness. There's honestly like 30 more things I've written down, but I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long, so maybe I'll do another one if you guys like this one and you want to see another one, other things that I do, other things that I would recommend that you try and add in. I would love to do it. To me, it's all about curating your life in the ways that you have control over. Again, there are so many things in life that we have no control over, but where we can take control, make our day a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more enjoyable, find the joy, bring it out of any situation, any place that we're in. It's truly like a skill that we can develop. It's something, a muscle almost, that we can work and make stronger. And I truly believe that it makes my day a little bit better. It forces me to see things that I would otherwise maybe just walk past and ignore. I'm more reflective. I'm more grateful when I'm doing these things, when I'm thinking about and considering ways that I might make my day a little bit more romanticized and enjoyable, not just for myself, but also for my family, for my kids, for my husband. So it's not a waste of your time. At least I don't think so.